For anyone that's relatively new to hybrid training, what 3 pieces of advice would you give to them?
Oh gosh, that's a big question. Advice for someone new to hybrid training. Um, I think leveraging some kind of low impact cardio is hugely undervalued. So obviously, if your version of hybrid training is like cycling and lifting or whatever, you're already doing low impact work. But for a huge percentage of hybrid athletes, they're combining some sort of strength sport with running. Um, I highly encourage hybrid athletes to utilize some kind of low impact modality. So whether you're doing recovery rides or some zone 2 work on a bike or an elliptical, doing incline walking, something like that, especially if you're on the heavier side. So if you come from more of a strength background or you're just a larger, heavier person, those low impact modalities can be really helpful. But even if you're not, I just find it much easier to get in some of that aerobic base work with less kind of interference with how you feel going into strength work if some of that aerobic work is done low impact. So utilize some of that for sure. That's a huge one. Gosh, that's only one of 3. I got some more thinking to do. Second one.
If you want to just do 2, that's absolutely fine.
So second piece of advice for someone new to hybrid training. I'll have to go with nutrition on this one. And this could be just as important for someone that's not necessarily a hybrid athlete. Nutrition is very, very important for any athlete, single sport athletes included. But especially for a hybrid athlete, making sure you're adequately fueled, hitting your protein targets, getting in plenty of carbohydrates, all of that kind of stuff is super, super important. Basically, all the details that already matter, your sleep, your hydration, stress management, like all of those things that are important for any athlete. When you're a hybrid athlete, it just is amplified, right? Like the challenge is combining different sports, managing fatigue, all that kind of stuff. It makes some of those factors that like maybe you could have gotten away with, a little bit less sleep, or maybe you could have gotten away with, not quite hitting your macros as well as you should have or whatever. When you want to be a hybrid athlete, those things matter just that little bit more. So just making sure that you have all those other factors in check, I think is hugely important.